Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on site Sunday morning, just about Sunday morning. It's 10 to 12 lunchtime. We've been laying out rails at the far end and grading and rolling this morning. If I just pan round gently, that's what we've got all done up to the roller. The bit right in front of us has got to be rolled yet. But one of the other guys, when he's free, is going to do that. But they're around the corner laying out rails and sleepers. You can see the train up there in the distance. And yeah, we're cracking on well this morning. So I'll pan you back round to the digger, and you can have 5 minutes watching us grade out the track. We're working off of this line to our right hand side, and Barry, who's working with me, you'll see him put the like a homemade grade stick that is the right track bed level for the bottom of the sleepers, working off the other line, so we can get the right depth. So hopefully when we've got all the track down and ballasted, the rails from the 2 tracks will both roughly be level. So it means we've had to raise the height of the track bed up that we're on at the moment with the digger by a few inches, because it's high on the track we're standing on. So anyway, I'll stop waffling and I'll let you watch 5 minutes of us moving away from the camera and grading the track.
On a compost.
So while we've been working down the bottom end of the line, the guys up here have laid out some sleepers in the first rail, screwed it down, as you can see. The ballast bed has been graded up to right level, so that's gone in nice. I'm pleased with how that's turned out. The track is made out of S14 rail, which in old money is £30 a yard rail. That means S14 is 14 kilos a yard or a metre in weight. So they're quite hefty bits of rail, and we're upgrading them from the old rail that we used to have, which was like £25 a rail or S10 in new money. But they sit on plastic sleepers, as you can see. Plastic sleepers, we've gone over to these now rather than wood, because these have like an 80 to 100 year life. They are recycled plastic from a company up north, and they're actually network rail size sleepers as in width, and they actually are produced in full 4'8.5" size sleepers, but then cut into 3 pieces to give us the size sleepers we have here. So they're the same width, but the length of them has been cut into 3. So works out quite well for us, and we have about, I think it's about 14 per rail. And once the ballast is around, they don't move. So, and they're screwed in with heavy duty mushroom coach bolts and plates that someone's kindly put all the bolts in the plates ready. And yeah, so once you get going, it's quite quick. This will need bending round to make it more of a bend around the curve, because obviously straight bits of rail, and they'll only bend so far by putting pressure on them. But you have to use a Jim Crow, which is down the end, and I'll show you what that is in a minute. So this contraption you're looking at is called a Jim Crow, and this is how we bend the rail. So if you look there at that rail, dead straight, and we use this to bend the rail into the right shape around the curve. So that bit has already been bent up there, and they'll work on the next rail once they screw it down. And it works by the 2 outer legs that are on one side of the rail, with the screw in the middle on the other side of the rail. You screw it up and it pushes it out, and you do it every sort of like in between every sleeper, and you slowly work your way around, and then depending on how hard you screw it is how much more bend you get. I'm not technically au fait with doing it myself. There's people that do it better than me, but we can get some lovely curves around our track, and we'll be working round the corner, hopefully get a couple more panels in. And guys just finishing lunch now, so they'll be come back to work. But there's the screws and the plates that are out ready to go in, and the sleeper's already been pre-drilled. There's a load of them sitting down in the wagon. They've already been pre-drilled, and we drill them. Our track gauge is 12-inch gauge, so they're 12-inch gauge drilled, although we do add an extra 1/4 inch, so 12 1/4 on the curves, just to allow ease of the wheels going round the curves. So that's what we've been getting on with. It's lunchtime now, so I'm going to go back to work. I've harvested some extra ballast because we ran out for a bit we were doing. That's what you just see me loading in the digger, and we'll go and put that down and finish grading off. Well, it's the end of the day here, guys. We've got one rail screwed down all the way to the trees here. I was back up around the curve earlier. We completed our stuff at Wellington Junction, which is all the way down there. The guys are just loading up the last few tools. We've rolled, prepared the track and rolled it all the way back down there, and filled in the middle of the track where the crossover is. And lights are on because it's just about getting dark, and we're going to head out the gate and go back to Woody Bay. So thanks for watching us this week. Probably try and get another video out next weekend if we can, and yeah, we hope you've all enjoyed it. So thanks very much.